I'm Eitan Shander with Awesemo. We have 3 picks for your Monday Night Football PrizePicks.com slate. But before you do anything, use our promo code Awesemo, AWESEMO, and we're going to match your first deposit up to $100. Our first play on Monday Night Football for PrizePicks.com, Justin Fields, we're going over the passing yards at 174.5. It's a super low number. And the reality is, just due to volume alone, Fields should hit this number and then some. We have him projected over the 174.5 on Awesemo. And the reality is that even if they're up, which I don't see happening, it's going to be because Fields is moving the ball somewhat in the air. 178, 185, 195. Not that difficult to get to when you're throwing the ball as much as anticipated for Fields. So volume alone, we're going to go over the 174.5 passing yards for Justin Fields. Our second play on PrizePicks.com for Monday Night Football, another overplay. Najee Harris at 76.5 rushing yards. Here's why. First off, we have him projected at 80.5 on Awesemo, so a little bit higher, 4 yards, the difference. It's not a gigantic gap, but it's enough based on our own projections, as well as knowing that the offensive line for Pittsburgh has picked up exponentially, I would add. Harris going over 76.5 on the ground is a strong play. Chicago's defense, not as vaunted, especially stopping the run as it used to be. There's a nice pathway here for Harris, especially if the Steelers have the lead in the second half to pad some of those rushing yards. That's why we're going to go over 76.5 for Harris. Our last play, Pat Freiermuth, the tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who has stepped up nicely in this role. His projected receptions is 3.5. Now, this is a little dangerous with that hook in play, but based off of the connection established between Freiermuth and Ben Roethlisberger and the matchup against the Bears, who do not do a fantastic job by any means of covering the tight end, all we need is receptions here. It can be a screen pass. It could be a quick out. It could be something just super fast to Freiermuth, although he is going to be a red zone and scoring target. Over 3.5, not that difficult when you see the game script play out. I know it can be a scary number on its surface with a hook, but we're going to go over the 3.5. All right, one more time. Over 174.5 passing yards for Justin Fields, over the 76.5 rushing yards for Najee Harris, and over 3.5 receptions for Pat Freiermuth. Put them all in the flex play. Hit 2 of 3 in your entry on the flex play, and you're going to win back 1.25 of what you put in. Hit all 3 correctly, and you'll win 2.25 back. Now, you like the plays, but you want a bigger payout. No problem. We have it covered. Put them in the power play. Now, you must hit 3 out of 3, all 3 in the entry. But if you do, it will correctly pay back 5 times what you put in. Before you do anything, just use our promo code Awesemo, AWESEMO. And we're going to match your first deposit up to $100 on PrizePicks.com. I'm Eitan Shander. Have a great night.